Hey, so guys, welcome back to another monster video. So in today's video, we have the monster Lavrador, which I'm going to be doing a full review on from level 1 to 150, rank 5. You guys will see this monster as a max potential. The monster's not out yet, but we have that exclusive first look. So I hope you guys do enjoy this video. Alright guys, so take a look at this. We have 9,000 cells. Huge thanks to Social Point for basically sponsoring this video. There's going to be a QR code as well on the screen, so you guys can go ahead and scan that to basically grab this monster once it's available in game. But we do have early access because they were kind enough to give me basically an early access for you guys, so you guys can see how good this monster is to invest in it. But here we go. This monster, oh wow, it's oh my gosh, okay. That's kind of cool. I like that design. I think that design is really cool. I like this one, the design of this, better than the monster that I just recently reviewed, this one. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys like Igneous's design better or the Lavrador? Lavrador is kind of cool. But before we start feeding it up, all right, you guys already know we gotta go ahead and max this monster out ASAP. You know what I mean? Before we start feeding it up. So we have Hardened and Immune to Stun at rank 1. Although the Hardened's actually at rank 0. So rank 2, you're not getting anything. But once you go ahead and break it out and rank this monster up at rank 3, you're going to get a Random Torture. I like the Random Torture better compared to the life regen for the other monster, the previous monster. It made sense because the monster was like a supporter. But with this monster, I do like the Random Torture because that could definitely throw off the enemy. You know what I mean? Like you could literally, once a monster gets a turn in, you could apply like shock. And if the enemy monster is like an extra turner, then that just blocks them from using all those extra turn skills. If it's Sunburn, it deals damage, but also reduces accuracy. That could also drop them off, or like, you know, kind of like throw them off. But here we go, guys. Level 150. Let's see, 30,400 speed. Wow. Yeah, I'm telling you, the previous monster I reviewed, that speed was crazy. 31,000 something. This one has 30,400. This one's 1.765 million life. Yep. And then 60,112. Wow, that's strength. That strength is something else, though. I assume he's an attacker. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm gonna carry the AoE skill right here. And then we have a moderate fire damage while enemies applies burn and random torture. I'm going to carry that on second. Let's see if we have a single target. Yeah, we have. Massive fire damage to one enemy, applies ignite and bleed. And then for the last one, what do we have? Bleeding hater and double damage. That won't be bad because he does have some bleeding skills here and there's others. But I'll most likely pair it up with another monster on the side. I don't know. I mean, if you're gonna pair it up with like, what's that other monster? Is it Holden or Holton? I forgot the name of the monster. Or is it Honan, I think. The recent ancestral monster, one of the recent ancestral monsters that's like a supporter, the damage booster. If you're gonna pair it up with that, you don't really need magma loyalty, to be honest. You can literally just run this if you want, or you could run another AoE skill if you want. You could even run this one, which is spammable as long as there's you got stamina there. You know what? Let's do magma loyalty. It's fine, whatever. But yeah, with all that being aside, volcanic howl is basically the ultimate. It removes positive access from all enemies, deals a very heavy dark damage to all enemies, applies ignite and fear. So not only are you opening the path, but also dealing a pretty good amount of damage. They're applying a torture and fear. That's a good ultimate. Let's see what we have here though. I'm gonna go ahead and unlock those two. Here's what I recommend, guys. Okay, you can go ahead and give this monster speed and strength runes. Okay, you thought I was gonna say team speed? Nope, it's basically speed or strength. You know what I mean, or like a mix of both like this. So it would be 1 speed 2 strength, or you could even do like a 2 speed and 1 strength. You can do triple strength, but the monster's gonna be super slow, so it really is up to you how much you want to, you know, how much speed you want to sacrifice over strength. Now, me personally, I'm gonna actually run an extra speed just because I'm gonna be pairing it up with that Honan monster, right? So the Honan monster, I'm gonna pair it up with that, and he's just gonna be basically boosting me up with a more and more damage boost. You can even do like a triple speed if you want at that point, but 1 strength 2 speed is actually the most popular choice in my opinion. Before we get into, of course, the battle, relic slots are actually pretty sweet. So for the SN, you can actually do something that gives you your life back. So when the monster dies, it comes back. And then for the mask, go with something that gives you stamina, right? So like a Fury Dojo mask would be nice. You could also do another like Torbox's mask that applies curse, for example. But yeah, you could just mess around with some relics here and there and choose the one that you really like. But all right, guys, so now we are in the battle. I'm gonna go ahead and start off with giving some damage boost. There is, of course, a Mater Genesis, of course, that's gonna be, you know, that has anticipation, so you gotta watch out. You could also just honestly just do a damage boost and call it a day like this. He's getting a little bit of damage increase, 50%, which is actually not bad. And you can actually deal a pretty good amount of damage here, or you can actually do the double damage with Bleeding Hater and the next turn deal a pretty good amount of damage. But we gotta watch out from this guy now. So with this guy, yeah, he can actually deal a pretty good amount of damage. So he removes evasion, deals some damage. Look at that, applies curse. He's gonna get the turn, but honestly, it's not gonna affect him too much. I'm talking about the curse. It's only 23 damage. Look at that. And what I can do is, let me see, so there's damage mirror with life regen, heals us by yeah, let's get some healing. You know what, we can definitely use some healing. Heck yeah. Now Mater is gonna get a turn. With Mater, he can't really do much, or she can't really do much, honestly, just because there's a Megataunt there kind of blocking the path. And wow, that Megataunt monster took so much damage. That's insane. I'm just gonna go on and heal because he really needs it. All right, Honan, do your magic here. I'm gonna do a random damage boost to my monster here real quick. So I'm not sure what that damage boost was. Hopefully, oh, look at that, it's triple damage. Oh my gosh, even better. So we have triple damage and double damage. And with this monster, he's going to go ahead and attack. He's going to go towards the Megaton monster. Looks like the damage counted, but the total blind didn't go through because the monster is immune to it. I'm going to go ahead and charge up because we don't got to do much more, honestly. We have 800% damage boost. That is insane. Now, the only thing this monster is really missing, I would say, would be Pierce. If he had Pierce, he would literally obliterate. Oh my gosh, look at that damage. That's just insane, bro. That is some insane damage. All right, Honan, you don't even got to do like anything else, really. I'm just going to do another damage boost with evasion. And man, he's going to get the turn. He's going to take some damage from those tortures. Yeah, he definitely took some damage there. But we can go ahead and attack and deal some more damage to the Megataunt. Or we could have also dealt damage to, I guess, him. But he has evasion. And that other evasion skill kind of is on cooldown. So we could do ignition and bleeding. This would be actually huge. So I'm going to go ahead and do it to her. And yeah, I was going to say, even if she survived, those tortures will actually would have actually eliminated her anyways, like next turn. We can do a random damage boost again, but I'm just going to charge up because you don't really need at some point, you know what I mean? You're like, I can just win the battle without doing anything extra. And that's literally right now, honestly. So anyways, wow, that was a lot of heal compared to the amount of tortures that he has. He could have taken a lot of damage, but thanks to that torture resistance, it kind of helps out. I'm gonna do this right here, so that applies bleeding, or not bleeding, burning with ignition. I'm gonna charge up again, and I think he's gonna probably die to those tortures. Honestly, that is a lot of tortures on him. he tanks those tortures a lot. Like, oh wow, he survived. I'm surprised he actually survived. If we were to actually attack right now, my monster's gonna die there. Yeah, look at that. So he dies, but guess what? It's not game over because he can come back with his relic. So I'm gonna do the ignition with bleeding here, just like that. Charge up, and we could honestly do the bleeding here and double damage, and next turn we could just obliterate him. But I'm just gonna go ahead and do the AoE and just finish it off. He could have also died to those soldiers, honestly, if I would have just charged up. But overall, not bad. I mean, those tortures are really a plus for him, you know what I mean? Those tortures are really good. Plus, this monster can actually come back. You guys just saw the way he died, he come back thanks to the SN. So what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts and opinions on this monster. Definitely, I would say a better monster than the previous one I reviewed, but that one was a supporter. Keep in mind, supporter versus attacker. But that's gonna be pretty much it. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you next one.